So if you're watching this video on the day of release, today is Black Friday, and this is basically the day when people start going crazy. They start buying up everything online in stores. You've all seen the Black Friday crowds are insane. And basically what this signifies is that people are spending money. It is the Q4 period of Q4, like basically the last part of Q4, the mid to last part, where people have lots of money to spend. They're getting early Christmas gifts. They're getting giftable items for Christmas, for family, for friends, for whoever. And basically they're spending a lot of money online and a lot of money in stores. And so with these enormous amounts of daily consumer spending, it means that there are a lot of sales to be made online. And specifically last year for my top product, it went from around 20 to 30 sales a day to over 100 sales a day consistently right after Black Friday. Essentially overnight, these sales increased, as you see right here. And you can see that they actually stayed inflated for multiple months. So in this video, I'm going to go over what you should expect for Q4 in terms of the sales velocity. How many more sales are you going to be expecting to see? What it means for shipping items into Amazon, as well as storage limits. And if you currently don't have a product and you're thinking about launching, if I recommend that you launch a product during, this Q4, Black Friday, Christmas time, what it means for the product that you're going to launch, and essentially how to maximize this if you did not get a product out this year, how to maximize it next year, because once again, Black Friday is only getting bigger. Amazon's only getting bigger. The data does not lie. In 2018, Amazon's overall sales went from 280 billion to 380 billion, which is over like a 20% increase. And from 2019 to 2020, it went from 380 billion to over 460 billion, which is once again over a 20% increase year over year, which is just insane. And for this year alone, this year, Q4 from, July to September, Amazon once again increased its Q3 from last Q3, and we can only expect the Q4 for this year to be bigger and the biggest it's going to be. And once again, my overall point is that the sales are going to continue to increase. So if you spend the time doing the correct research to find the right product to launch, Amazon can be a very, very lucrative opportunity. So with all that being said, let's get into the specific things that you can expect for Q4 moving on. Now, when it comes to products increasing basically overnight, specifically right after Black Friday, or specifically right after Thanksgiving, leading into Black Friday and into Cyber Monday, the main things that you want to know is that all products across the board are going to increase if the products are good. Now, giftable products and products that can be very easily gifted during, Christmas are going to increase even more. But across the board, all products on Amazon are going to increase because once again, people are spending a lot more money online than they have been in the previous, 3 quarters. And so that's why some products can even expect to see as much as 30 to 80% of their annual revenue generated just in Q4. Now, one thing to note is that the product must be good. If you're selling a random generic product that already exists on Amazon, your sales may increase, but the more unique and the more, sense of perceived value and differentiation you have with your product, the more sales you can expect to see. And so that brings me to my very next point. For Q4, you want to maximize your sales, and sales are going to increase. And this is the reason why many people who have poor inventory management stock out. And essentially they get sales, the sales increase into, mid-November, mid-December, and then they stock out, and they're staying stocked out January, February. And so that's why it's very, very important to maximize how much inventory you're sending into Amazon in the September, October period, so that once again, the inventory can be checked in and your storage limits can gradually increase, so that once it comes, November, December, when your sales are 3xing or, doubling, that the sales that you're getting are not allowing your business to stock out. And if you are getting closer to stocking out, then you want to inch your price up to maximize, once again, the profit that you're going to make if you're going to stock out anyways, and to prevent, the sales velocity from going too quick to where you're stocking out too soon and you maximize your profits. Now, another thing to note is that if you're trying to send inventory in past Black Friday, then the inventory that you're sending in most likely is not going to be, available for Christmas. It really depends on what kind of, items you're sending in and how close you are to the fulfillment center that it's going to. But once again, Amazon's priority is not to check in your products that you're sending in, late November, early December, because once again, they already have a ton of products they're checking in, and they're spending time on fulfilling orders, because once again, the increase in sales is going to be a very, very big labor-intensive focus of Amazon, and just checking in products that you should have already sent in is not on Amazon's priority list. And this can definitely suck, because last year I remember I was sending in lots of product, around this time as well, and a lot of it didn't get checked in right away. But if you plan ahead, then you should not be in this situation. And you can also think about FBMing your item to Amazon. Let's say that you send a bunch of items in, and you're trying to send in another shipment by, December, but you know that it's not going to get to Amazon until maybe mid-January. Then what you could do is you could have your supplier send the inventory to you. You have the inventory at your house, wherever you live, and then you just basically fulfilled by merchant, meaning that whenever you get a sale, you basically pack the item up and send it out to the customer. Now, this is going to be more labor intensive once again, but it is going to allow you to generate more cash flow and basically have an edge on your competitors who stock out and who are not willing to FBM their items. Now, depending on your item, sales start once again from Black Friday into Christmas. And what you have to understand is that people who get presents for Christmas, such as like Amazon gift cards, can allow your products to also be purchased, January and even into February, depending on your product. Now, if your product is more of a New Year product or something that people are going to be interested in, setting New Year's resolution type goals and using your product, then your product sales are even going to increase into January and February. And if you have a winter/spring product, you can expect to ride the wave even into the early, quarter to first half of the 2023 year. And this is where inventory management is very, very important so that you do not stock out and you're not missing out on potential sales. Now, the last thing, when it comes to launching a product during Q4, I have not personally launched a product during Q4. However, I know many people who launch products during Q4 who have a lot of sales because once again, you're already riding the natural wave of people being on Amazon, people buying products. And if you have a product that has high search volume and that is very good and unique, then you can very easily launch a product and expect to see lots of sales. However, I personally like to launch products slightly before September, October, in that area, so that once again, I can build up a couple reviews and ride the wave into Black Friday, have a product a little bit more solidified with the actual social proof of reviews and just the algorithm boost of getting sales into Black Friday, which will allow my product to already have a jump start and then ride the wave into Black Friday / Christmas / the New Year. And once again, guys, if you don't currently have a product out on Amazon right now, do not worry. There's tons of opportunity. You just have to be willing to put the work in daily to do product research, to find the right product opportunity where you know that you can make a difference in that product market instead of just launching random products and hoping that they actually take off. You need to be passionate about the product that you launch. And if you're not passionate, you need to make sure that the product is unique enough to stand out from the competition. And if you need some help with product research and you need to know exactly where to start and exactly how to even private label, then make sure to check out my product research playlist where I go into the in-depth details on exactly what to do as a beginner. With all that being said, let's make sure that we're maximizing these sales for Black Friday, make sure we're not stocking out, and making sure that we're launching good products that are actually innovative so that we can actually have a successful Amazon product launch. And I'll see you guys in the next video.